What's up, engineers and friends? My name is Mike, and today we have a very special episode celebrating our 100th subscriber, and can't be more thankful for the amount of support you guys have given. So thank you very much, and hopefully we can continue to make this channel grow. Today we're discussing condenser mics versus dynamic mics. Which style of mic is going to make your floor tom and your tom-tom sound like a cannon in your home studio? Stay tuned. So back in my early days of recording, I couldn't figure out what I wanted to use on toms. Did I want to use a dynamic microphone or a condenser microphone? I had to ask myself what was going to give me the best result. I was split because I knew that toms would sound incredibly huge and open with the condenser, yet punchy and controlled with the dynamic. And I just wasn't sure which direction I should go. So I started asking around. I asked this guy.
I'd probably still pick the condenser, all things equal, like by itself.
And this guy.
Definitely dynamic mics.
And this guy.
Fuck off!
With such concrete feedback coming from the community, I decided to put this to a test. Dynamic versus condenser, yin versus yang, mano y mano, cats versus dogs, oranges versus apples, Jim versus Pam. Anybody watch The Office? No? So let's pull out the Mapex Pro M 16-inch floor tom and battle it out. Cue the glamour shots. Cue the
zero-sum game. We try to talk as friends. Will this struggle ever end?
Well, that was appalling. You weren't supposed to see all of that. The drum head that we're going to be using for this competition is made by Evans. It's called the EC25. It is a 2-ply clear batter head, and we have put one piece of moon gel to control resonance. We will also be going through a ISA 110 preamp, so it'll be a level playing field for all mics. No other processing will occur. And now I'm going to turn it over to our announcers to get the starting lineups. Welcome to the World Series of Tom Mike Shootouts. What an incredible matchup tonight. Thanks for being with us. My name is Mike, and I'll be your award-winning and heart-satisfying host. Sitting alongside is my trusty sidekick and IT tech assistant. That's right, I'm giving it up for Mr. French Tickler himself, the one and only Tim of Syndicate Row. Tim, let's see who we have leading off for Team Dynamic.
Thanks, Mike, and as always, it's a terrible time to be roped in sitting here next to you. First up, we have a mic forged in the fires of Sennheiser tradition, the MD421 Series 2.
Thanks, Tim. Yes, this is one large diaphragm dynamic beauty. And this beast handles all kinds of loud, making it the industry go-to for guitars and drums. A full-body cardioid pattern and 5-position bass control makes it a formidable foe in any arena. One listen, and you know it's a classic.
I don't know, Mike, these condensers seem fired up. I'd be shaking my shoes if I were them after that introduction. Who do we have coming up first?
Nice aggressive question, Tim. It just turns out a special appearance by a reproduction of the early forgiving nature of the Neumann U87, the venerable, warm audio WA87. This condenser mic is based on the circuitry of the classic 87 designs, producing a warm, natural tone in any application. This mic is the home and professional studio workhorse. It's the WA87, Tim. It's better than you, and it knows it.
Right you are, Mike, and while you were rambling on, I went over to your trailer and was jamming out to 9 Inch Nails on your drum set.
Tim, I told you never to touch my drum set.
Right you are, Mike. I'll see who's up from Team Dynamic.
Okay, my untrustworthy sidekick. Next up for Team Dynamic is a cylindrically shaped instrument of sound with a little familiarity and the smells of home cooking. Comes a studio staple everyone has come to love and hate since 1965. The very thin, the very tight, the Shure SM57.
What a mic, Mike.
That response was a 10, Tim. Who's up next for Team Condenser?
No, I thought you'd never ask. Up next from the Audio-Technica family comes the AT4040. This marriage of technical precision and artistic inspiration offers little to no noise, especially for those mic shootout hosts complaining about chronic hearing loss. The stealthy rectangularly shaped ray of sunshine should stack up quite nicely.
Yes, medical conditions aside, Tim, the AT4040 has been used the world over by home studio enthusiasts to get that hi-fi tone. I'm excited to see what it brings to the table tonight. Let's close out these teams with a bang, shall we?
Effing A, Mike. Effing A.
Thanks, Tim. Shifting focus back to the Sennheiser realm, Team Dynamic closes out with the E604, a dynamic clip-on that I've used for years as my go-to party mic for the tom-toms.
A party mic it is, Mike.
Stop saying my name twice in a sentence, Tim.
Whatever you say, Mr. 100 subscribers. So as I was saying, the E602 dominates the live and home recording market with its 160 dB SPL handling cardioid diaphragm of excellence and a balanced, clear, low distortion tone. I'm not just saying that to say it either. I'm saying it because their website says so. If you're looking for a tom mic, this one will be hard to beat.
I think the powerhouse of the channel, the Neumann KM 184s, will have something to say about that. Indeed, Tim, rising from the ashes like a phoenix floating on the winds of Lake Minnetonka.
Let's get on with it.
Burn. Well, if the art was a state, it would be called the KM 184. This little short stack is as packed as a Neumann love shack with transformerless electronics, no off-axis coloration, and a 125 dB range of dynamics. What a gal.
Well, glad we got through that, Mike. I sure am glad to sit back, relax, grab a tasty beverage, and watch the shootout unfold.
Right you are, Tim. I've already pre-shaken your beers, so let's get this party started. So now that the lineups are set for both teams, let's get to getting. So what were your thoughts on what you heard? Did you prefer the punchy and controlled nature of the dynamic or the open and huge sound of the condenser? To me, we found microphones that are great in distinct recording applications. The dynamic is punchy and focused and therefore would be great in a drum set application, particularly when playing heavier stuff such as rock or metal. It will cut through the mix and reject a lot of the other drum elements that are there. A condenser will be great when used in a standalone application like we just experimented with, or maybe a lighter application like in jazz, by painting a much broader and wider picture of the toms and the drum set in general. I hope you liked this video. Please comment, let me know what you thought, what your experiences are with condenser versus dynamics in drum recordings. Thanks again for getting this channel to 100 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed already and you feel so inclined, please do so. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks so much, and we'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe out there.